Oh, I'm muted. Hello. Hello, friends. Hello, Fee. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. I am gonna see how my voice does today. Try not to push it. On Wednesday, near the end, I was really miserable, but I think I'll be okay today. We can hope. Ooh, work, no. I'm also at work. It's a little different though. Yeah, it's a blessing. I am blessed. Yeah, today we're doing JavaScript stuff. And guess what? I don't want to do it. I'm not feeling it today. But that's okay. We're going to do it anyway. Because goals are important. I guess. Yeah, true. I'm at work on Twitch. You're at work watching Twitch. It's basically the same thing. Oh, I should actually... I need to add a chat to this screen. That's what I need to do. Because on my VODs, you can't see it unless you are on Twitch. So I guess I can switch to this one. Yeah, I do appreciate... I would not do well at a job where I had to put a uniform on. I've had a couple jobs where I have to dress more formally than I do now, which is to say I dress incredibly casually. But yeah, I just not... It doesn't work with my brain. Some kind of like neurodivergence. I don't take it seriously that like we have to put on a fake uniform for no reason kind of thing. Although I do like the flip side of that is like if you are in a uniform, you're like, oh, I'm currently playing the role of a very good employee right now, right? Like this is my good employee outfit, so you can kind of like mask a little better. Excuse me. Yeah, I do like not leaving my cave. I quite like my cave. I like my home. I've made it nice and comfy. I have lots of enrichment in my enclosure. So let's see, what are we doing today? We're doing JavaScript. And we finished basic. We finished ES6. We finished regex. And now we're on debugging. So this is just... I guess we're just doing debugging. Hey, you make some money on Twitch, so that's making money from your cave, right? There you go. Yeah, there's only 12 things in here. I wonder if we're gonna be able to get it done today. That'd be cool. Debugging is the process of going through your code, finding any issues, and fixing them. Issues in code generally come in three forms: syntax errors that prevent your program from running, runtime errors where your code has unexpected behavior, or logical errors where your code doesn't do what you intended. Makes sense? In this course, you'll learn how to use the JavaScript console to debug programs and prevent common issues before they happen. Awesome. Yeah, that's the goal, right? I mean, I've noticed like lately you have like viewers that I don't even know who they are. And I'm like, oh, Fee's just getting randos. Ooh, you know, that's exciting. It's exciting. That's what we're doing. We're learning to be the exterminator. Did you like my joke in the title? Cursed. I'm cursed. So yeah, let's go back to Pomo Farm. We'll get that set up and we'll get going. Can I pick anything? No. Cute. Yeah, Howard the duck. It's not just Howard though. I feel like you have like a couple of randos now, which is awesome. And it's great. I'm usually watching with Colby. Oh, speaking of, hi Coding Vibe. Thank you. I was really proud of the joke. Yeah, I'm usually watching with Colby. Oh, excuse me, I bumped something. Oh no, everything's falling apart. I'm usually watching if you're on the TV. I'm just not always in chat unless you ask for like, hey, can someone look up who this voice actor is? I need to know. I'm like, okay, I'm on it. Just plug some stuff in again. It's thinking. No? Unplug. Replug. I can't do it myself. I'm busy. Yeah, you're streaming. You're entertaining the people. We're doing debugging today. Let's learn. How's that size? Good enough? Make it a little bigger. Woo, debug. Yeah, Fee said I gotta call the exterminator, but here's the thing. Y'all, we are the exterminator. The many exterminators, actually. All right. So we're going to learn how to use the JavaScript console to check the value of a variable. Both Chrome and Firefox have excellent JavaScript consoles, also known as dev tools, for debugging your JavaScript. You can find them in the menu. Okay, I know about this, blah, blah, blah. If you're using a different browser, we recommend switching. That's very funny. Console.log, which prints out the output, will likely be the most helpful debugging tool. Placing it at strategic points in your code can show you the intermediate values of variables. Yep. Exterminator, I barely know her. It's good practice to have an idea of what the output should be before looking at what it is. Yeah, that makes sense. Having checkpoints will help you see your status through the code. Will help you narrow down what the problem is. Snailbrook. Oh God, no. No. I don't want anything to do with him. He's already my least favorite neighbor I've ever had, and we're not even really neighbors. Okay, so here's an example to print hello world. Snailbrook. Okay, use console.log to print the value of a variable A where noted in the code. There. I did it. Understanding the differences between the free code camp and browser console. Yeah, that's fair. You may have noticed that some of the challenges include their own console. This console behaves a little differently than the browser console. There are many methods to use with console to output messages. Log, warn, and clear to name a few. The free code camp console will only output log messages. The browser will output all messages. When you make changes to your code, it will automatically run and show the logs. The free code camp console is then cleared each time your code runs. Okay. First, open your browser console. Is it under view? Edit. Tools. Browser tools. Oh, no, wait, that's not it. That's the other thing. I saw it right below. Browser console. He's already our least favorite neighbor, so getting the opportunity to see him when I'm wheeling my trash out to a fleet of garbage trucks that for sure don't work and having my house be part of an active debugging experiment sounds like a golden handcuff nightmare. Yeah, that sounds terrible. What? Yeah, what is Fee doing? Is Fee doing something? Do I need to ban Fee? Tell me true. Okay. Find the console tab. After that, use console.log to log the output variable. That sounds like a personal problem. Another daycare pick? Wow, we're so blessed. It's because I said I appreciated it. They were like, oh, I got you. Aw, they're reading books outside. Aw. I hope you're having a good day at daycare. Is this... Where's the thing? What am I trying to do? It is cooler today. It's like a 70, or right now it's 58, but the high is 70, which sounds way better than it has been. Where do I type a thing? Right click, inspect. Oh, here it is. Then find the console tab. There we go. Hey, we're in. Okay. Then use console.log to log the output variable. It says output is not defined. View the two consoles to see the log. Finally use console. Not clear. What? What is it trying to have me do? Oh my god. What is up with, like, banking is crazy right now. Well, not banking, I guess, like, I'm mostly thinking of Sam Bankman-Fried or whatever. Okay, let me read this carefuller. Use console.log to log the output variable. I did. It says output is not defined. View the two consoles. You have to do it in the code window? Like, they want me to do it here too. Oh. Oh, I see. Dumb, stupid. It's fine, we got it. Okay, you can use type of to check the data structure or type of a variable. This is useful in debugging when working with multiple data types. If you think you're adding two numbers, but one is actually a string, the results can be unexpected. Type errors can lurk in calculations or function calls. Be careful, especially when you're accessing and working with external data in the form of a JavaScript object notation object, JSON. I don't think I actually knew that's what it stood for. So here's some examples using type of, console log, type of. It will display string, number, object, okay? JavaScript recognizes 7 primitive immutable data types: Boolean, null, undefined number, string, symbol, and bigint, and 1 type for mutable items object. Note that in JavaScript, arrays are technically a type of object. I did note that. What is bigint? I feel like I maybe learned this, but what is bigint? Created by appending n to the end of an integer literal or by calling the bigint function. No, this doesn't sound familiar. I need a bigger number than int. Gotta call in bigint. Yeah, bigint variables used to store big integer values that are too big to be represented by a normal JavaScript number. That's goofy. Excuse me. Okay, add 2 console.log statements to check the type of 7 and console.log type of 3. Beautiful, perfect, amazing. Ask me later. Yeah, that's absolutely it. It's the ends. Catch misspelled variable and function names. The console log and type of methods are the 2 primary ways to check the intermediate values and types of program output. Now it's time to get into the common forms that bugs take. Okay. One syntax level issue that fast typers can commiserate with is the humble spelling error. Yeah, big mood. Hey, or like forgetting a thing of punctuation. Good stuff. Transposed, missing, or miscapitalized characters in a variable or function name will have the browser looking for an object that doesn't exist and complain in the form of a reference error. JavaScript variable and function names are case sensitive, okay? That's so funny. Why is that the limit? I'm sure there's a reason, but why is that the limit? That seems arbitrary. But it probably is some mathematical thing, right? Fix the 2 spelling errors in the code so that the net working capital calculation works. This is a typo I would make, is I before E except after C. And then this is payables. Done. I can't believe they're like, hey, fix these spelling errors. This is valuable. Catch unclosed parentheses, brackets, braces, and quotes. Another syntax error to be aware of is that all opening parentheses, brackets, curly braces, and quotes have a closing pair. Forgetting a piece tends to happen when you're editing existing code and inserting items with one of the pair types. Also take care when nesting code blocks into others, such as adding a callback function as an argument to a method. One way to avoid this is, as soon as the opening character is typed, immediately include the closing match and then move the cursor back between them and continue coding. Fortunately, most modern code editors generate the second half automatically. Yep, that's true. Fix the errors. Okay, there's one here. Boop. Here? No. I don't know how to do the reduce method. Is it here? Yeah. Sweet. There are a lot of numbers, like more than people are like, coding's not math. And I'm like, don't lie to me. But I will say a lot of it is not number related as well. For better or worse. 2 to the power of 53 minus 1, which means that numbers take up 64 bits. 53 is because there's probably 1 bit for signing and the rest are for decimals. Interesting. I knew there was some stupid math reason. Okay, so catching mismatched quotes. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I see. Lots of mixed quotes. The first 2 are correct, but the third is not, and that's because it doesn't mix the type of quotes. It's okay to use only one style. You can escape them by doing a backslash, not backsplash. Thinking about houses. Fix the string so it uses different quotes for the href value, or escape the existing ones. Okay. Let's see. Can I do this? Yep. What's funny? Catch use of assignment operator instead of equality operator. Man, this is all stuff that I've messed up this whole time. And that's very funny to see them like break it down like, hey, remember this time? Oh, yeah, it did come from my stream. I hadn't muted my my other computer. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The logic is spoken as if x equals y, then ... which can literally translate into the code using the equal sign or assignment operator. This leads to unexpected control flow in your program. Oh yeah, happy Mario Day. It is Mario Day. I didn't realize. Should have put our boy in his Mario shirt. Yeah, are you going to do the Mario? How do you plan to celebrate Mario Day? I'm going to swing my arms from side to side. Oh, they did? Is it like the movie or is it something else? Okay, the assignment operator assigns a value to a variable name. The equals and equals operators check for equality. The triple being strict equality. I woke up doing the Mario. Swing your arms from side to side. The code below assigns x to be 2, which evaluates as true. almost every value on its own equates to true, except for what's known as the falsy values, false, 0, and empty string, not a number, undefined, and null. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The code block within the if statement will run for any value of y unless y is falsy. The else block will not actually run. Fix the condition so the program runs the right branch and the appropriate value is assigned to the result. Lego had a thing. The movie cast had a video. Wow. That's a lot. I know, I think the Twitch homepage today is a lot of Mario Day stuff, which is kind of fun. Because I feel like for the longest time, Nintendo was like sort of anti-Twitch, anti-people making content out of their stuff. Okay, what am I not getting? Ew, Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, fair enough. I think that's the problem. Haha, haha. Look at me debugging. Catch missing open and closing parentheses after a function call. When a function or method doesn't take any arguments, you may forget to include the empty opening and closing parentheses when calling it. Oftentimes, the result of a function call is saved in a variable for other use in your code. This error can be detected by logging variable values or their types to the console and seeing that one is set to a function reference instead of the expected value that the function returns. The variables in the following example are different. I love Jack Black. I love Jack Black as Bowser. I love Jack Black in all contexts. I'm just a fan. Let's see. Function, my function, return, you rock. Here var1 is the function, my function, and var2 is the string, you rock. Fix the code so that the variable result is set to the value returned from calling the function get9. So I think it's gonna be that. Yay. Is Jack Black just actually Bowser? Like, canonically? Catch arguments passed in the wrong order when calling a function. Always has been. Continuing the discussion on calling functions, the next bug to watch out for is when a function's arguments are supplied in the incorrect order. If the arguments are different types, such as a function expecting an array and an integer, this will throw a runtime error. If the arguments are the same type, all integers, for example, then the logic won't make sense. Make sure to supply all required arguments in the proper order. The function raised to power raises a base to an exponent. Unfortunately, it's not called properly. Fix the code so that the power is the expected 8. Oh, that's it. Okay. Catch off off by one errors when using indexing. Off by one errors, sometimes called oboe, is that how you say it? Like the instrument? Crop up when you're trying to target a specific index of a string or an array to slice or access a segment, or when looping over the indices of them. JavaScript indexing starts at 0, not 1, which means the last index is always 1 less than the length of an item. Yep. Oh, really? That's funny. If you try to access an index equal to the length, the problem may throw out an index out of range reference error or print undefined. This is also a thing I've done. When you use string or array methods that take index ranges as arguments, it helps to read the documentation and understand if they are inclusive. The item at the given index is part of what's returned or not. Here are some examples of off by one errors. Alphabet let len equals alphabet.length for let I equals 0 to the end of the string log alphabet I. For let j equal 1 j and length j plus plus. First example here loops too many times, and the second loops 1 too few times, missing the first index 0. The third example is correct. Loops 1 too many times. Yeah, because it's okay. I think I get it. Fix the 2 indexing errors in the following function so that all the numbers 1 through 5 are printed to the console. And I equals 0. There we go. Hey, I'm so good at debugging when it's this simple. Oh, hello, Maddie. How's it going? And thank you. I hope you're doing well today. I saw you streaming yesterday. I was lurking a little bit. It's been nice. I feel like people have been streaming consistently, and that's been really fun. But it's also could just be I'm going on Twitch consistently. Yeah, we're learning debugging. It's riveting. Yeah, I gotta support the people making the data science categories. Yeah, what is this badge? Is this mean you're a developer? Cool. I know, but so Coding Vibe watches Twitch all day. Twitch and YouTube. I have more meetings generally, and I alternate as well. So like sometimes I watch Twitch during the day, but sometimes it's just not in my routine based on what I'm working on. I can't always watch things or listen to things that have words while I'm working on stuff. It just depends on what I'm doing. So I alternate. So sometimes I miss my daytime people, and it's probably my fault, not theirs. But yeah, Maddie Two Shoes, amazing human being, created a game that's like a Wordle clone, but for data science. And now there's going to be a data science category on Twitch. TLDR is the idea. And I think it's genius. It's kind of a trolly genius move. Yeah, exactly. Or sometimes I'll do podcasts. Sometimes I'll do Spotify, whatever, other stuff. But yeah, it just depends. Well, but sorta. Or did they make you not call it that? I feel like I can't say that word without saying it inappropriately somehow. Digital? It's too much titty. All right, good. It's break time. It's a verb. Oh, like a real verb, like a word in the human language, in the English language. Day-tiddle? I'm learning so much. No, it's not. I Googled it and nothing showed up. Oh, wait, no, I spelled it wrong. It means to twiddle data. Yeah, that's right. That's why the first thing that comes up is your clone, right? Lord, what a time to be alive. Yeah, okay. Let's check out our farm. Pick all the things. Water some things. Have a good Call of Duty. It sounds like daddle, which is saddle for dads to use. Very hop on pop of you. Daddle. Oh Lord, you folks. Okay, hey, we have enough to... How much more time do we have? We got 2 weeks. We can actually get some fiddlehead ferns. That's... No, we can't. Dang it. That's 3 weeks. And we have 2 weeks. Dang it. What was the point? That takes 6 weeks. Wait, that's a real thing? Oh my God. It sounds like a failed Shark Tank product. 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 3. Dang. Okay. So I guess we're doing a bunch of tulips. I mean, we don't even have that many spaces. 2 more, I guess. That's so sad. 2 lips? Why not 3 lips? Yuck, 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 yuck. We gotta get more achievos so that I can get more upgrades. Get more space. 2 lips? Why not 4 lips? I'm gonna turn my fan off because it's getting a little chilly. I'll be right back. I told you I'd be right back. I hope you didn't go anywhere. Oh, Fee, I was meaning to tell you on your stream, you know how you have the little like avatar of you like as an anime dude? You should resize the cup and put it in your little hand so that it looks like you're holding the cup. Yeah, you can post the link. It's not inappropriate. It just feels like it would be inappropriate. But yes, you can post it. Lord. That's expensive. $52.99. Also, back in my day, we just did it. I don't know. We didn't like, no one bought a saddle for their dad. That's just silly. That's just silly, y'all. That's so much money. I mean, I know things cost money to make, but that's just not a thing I would buy. And I buy lots of silly stuff. My whole life is basically buying silly stuff. That's wild. It really does feel like a failed Shark Tank product. Like they go on there to pitch and they're like, we're solving this problem that definitely exists. And the sharks are like, unfortunately, I already have a dad saddle company. So it would be a conflict of interest. So I have to bow out. And it's like, no, you have to bow out because it's a bad idea. Literally. That dad does not look happy. Consider the dads. Consider the dads. Man, so yesterday I was the only person in my, I mean, pretty much on my continent, on my team, because like we had some folks out sick. We had some people traveling for a conference this week. So it was just me and then everyone else in Europe that was already logged off. And I was like, okay, I got to go to an appointment. Okay, I'm back. Hey, I'm doing this. And then I was like, thanks, Mia. Like just talking to myself. And I'm like, I'm so funny. I already own a dad saddle company. I'm sure you've heard of it. The Fathaddle? Let's not. Whatever that is. No, I refuse. All right, back to it. Father saddle. Thanks, I hate it. Father, but it doesn't make it. You can't. Whatever. Okay. Use caution when reinitializing. There we go. Variables inside of a loop. Sometimes it's necessary to save information, increment counters, or reset variables within a loop. A potential issue is when variables either should be reinitialized and aren't, or vice versa. This is particularly dangerous if you accidentally reset the variable being used for the terminal condition, causing an infinite loop. Sorry, I'll respect it, even if I don't get it. Printing variable values with each cycle of your loop by using console.log can uncover buggy behavior related to resetting or failing to reset a variable. Okay. The following function is supposed to create a two-dimensional array with m rows and n columns of zeros. Unfortunately, it's not producing the expected output because the row variable isn't being reinitialized in the outer loop. Fix the code so it returns a correct 3x2 arrays of zeros, which looks like this. Okay. Your code should set the matrix variable to an array holding 3 rows of 2 columns of zeros each. The matrix variable should have 3 rows. Matrix variable should have 2 columns in each row, right? 0 array 4 3. Pushes the current row, which now has zeros in it, to the array. Let's see. Okay, so they want us to use console.log to print different bits and see where the problem is. I hate this actually. The row variable isn't being reinitialized, set back to an empty array in the outer loop. I'm gonna look at the hints. My brain's not accepting this. This challenge must be solved by redefining the scope of row. Below is an example of the desired ones. Here's the current one, right? Okay. Oh, because row is being declared as a global variable. outside of the nested for loop. However, to fill the matrix correctly, the row array must be reset after each iteration. I don't know what to do. Like, I understand what they're saying, I think. The row array must be reset. I'm just gonna look at it. Let new array equals blah blah blah. Oh, so they just moved it into the function? Like that, I think? Is that it? They did that? I've heard, okay, this is how much we've been listening to Chill Hop, is now I know this song. It sounds familiar to me. Okay, I will definitely struggle with that if that comes up. But we did it. Prevent infinite loops with a valid terminal condition. The final topic is the dreaded infinite loop. Loops are great tools when you need your program to run a code block a certain number of times or until a condition is met. But they need a terminal condition that ends the looping. Infinite loops are likely to freeze or crash the browser and cause general program execution mayhem, which no one wants. I'm glad they let me know that no one wants that. There was an example of an infinite loop in the introduction to this section. It had no terminal condition to break out of the while loop inside loopy. Do not call this function loopy. While true, console.log hello world. It's the programmer's job to ensure that the terminal condition, which tells the program when to break out of the loop code, is eventually reached. One error is incrementing or decrementing a counter variable in the wrong direction from the terminal condition. Another one is accidentally resetting a counter or index variable within the loop code instead of incrementing or decrementing it. The myfunc function contains an infinite loop because the terminal condition I is not 4 will never evaluate to false and break the looping. I will increment by 2 each pass and jump right over 4 since I is odd to start. Fix the comparison operator in the terminal so the loop only runs for I is less than or equal to 4. Is that it? That's it. Hey, we just finished debugging. We did it. That was the shortest one so far. The next one is basic data structures, which has 20 lessons. And we're not going to keep scrolling because every time I do that, it makes me want to die. Let's see. Data can be stored and accessed in many ways. You already know some common JavaScript data structures, arrays, and objects. In the basic data structures course, you'll learn more about the differences between arrays and objects and which to use in different situations. You'll also learn how to use helpful JS methods like splice and object.keys to access and manipulate data. Ooh, this seems like, this seems harder. This seems like the stuff I'm not good at with JavaScript, actually. But that's okay. We're going to figure it out because this is the hard stuff is probably the stuff that matters the most. So we're going to learn. Use an array to store a collection of data. The below is an example of the, can you hear that? That's my automated cat feeder. You're welcome, kitties. The below is an example of the simplest implementation of a array data structure. This is known. Hi, just a red shirt. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you in so long. How's it going? This is known as a one-dimensional array, meaning it only has one level, or that it does not have any other arrays nested within it. Notice it contains Boolean, strings, and numbers, among other valid JavaScript data types. Thank you. You are so positive. I love it. It's good to see you. We're over here. We're out here. We're doing it. We have a sore throat, but we're still doing it. The console.log displays 7. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know anything. We're just doing our best over here. All arrays have a length property, which is shown above, can be easily accessed with array.length. A more complex implementation of an array can be seen below. This is a multi-dimensional array, an array that contains other arrays, okay? Notice that this array also contains JavaScript objects, but for now, all you need to know is that arrays are also capable of storing complex objects. Oh God, that's a lot. It's a lot of pieces. Okay, so we've defined a variable called your array. Complete the statement by assigning an array of at least 5 elements in length to the your array variable. Okay. It should contain at least one string, one number, and one Boolean. So the string I'm going to do is exo mi amor at twitch.tv. Number true for Boolean. What else did I have to have? 5 elements. Another number. Another string. Done. Wow, killed it. Hydrate or dihydrate. Thank you so much. I've got my water. I've also got my iced coffee, but that doesn't count. Actually, I read an article that it does count. I read an article that anything that has water in it counts. So, you know. Delicious. But I'm still trying to drink normal water too, and not just subsist on iced coffee all day. There'll be days where I take my Adderall in the morning with my coffee, and I'm just like, this feels messy. Oh, thank you. It's we got the shortcut going. It's so nice. It's like much cooler this morning than it has been, and I went to go get the mail, and the wind was just blowing through my hair, and my head was all cool and pleasant. I was like, this is great. I love this. I love being out of hair jail. Access an array's contents using bracket notation. The fundamental feature of any data structure is, of course, the ability to not only store data, but to be able to retrieve that data on command. So now that we've learned how to create an array, let's begin to think about how we can access that information. Yeah! Look at these friends. When we define a simple array as seen below, there are 3 items in it. Let our array equal ABC. In an array, each array item has an index. The index is the position of that item in the array. However, it's important to know that there are 0 index. Yep, okay. We were just talking about this. In order to retrieve an element from an array, we can enclose an index in brackets and append it to the end of an array, or more commonly, to the variable which references the thing. This is bracket notation. So if we want to get A, we do our array 0. Got it. In addition to accessing the value associated with an index, you can also set an index to a value using the same notation. Our array 1 equals not B anymore. Okay. In order to complete this challenge, set the second position, index of 1, of my array to anything you want besides the letter B. Not the letter B. Done. So far, this is stuff we know. And I think we did a little bit with push and unshift, but I'm sure we'll get to know it a little bit more. Add items to an array with push and unshift. An array's length, like the data types it can contain, is not fixed. Arrays can be defined with a length of any number of elements, and elements can be added or removed over time. In other words, arrays are mutable. In this challenge, we will look at two methods which we can programmatically modify an array, push and unshift. Both methods take one or more elements as parameters and add those elements to the array the method is being called on. The push method adds elements to the end of an array. The unshift adds them to the beginning. Consider the following. Okay, Bill Nye, consider the following. Let 23 equals 23 in Roman numerals. Let Roman numerals equals, what's that? 21, 22. Roman numerals unshift. Oh God. 10, 11, 29, 30. Is that right? Oh wait, no, 19, 20, 21, 22. Ha ha ha. I know Roman numerals. And unshift adds it to the beginning. So they were saying this is the lower one, so we want to add it to the beginning. And then if we push, it adds it to the end. Okay. Notice that we can also pass variables, which allows us greater flexibility in dynamically modifying our array's data. We've defined a function, mixed numbers, which we are passing an array as an argument. Modify the function by using push and unshift to add I, 2, 3 to the beginning, and 7, 8, 9 to the end. Okay. So we have mixed numbers dot push. Push adds it to the end. So we'll add 7. Can I add them all? Yeah. I can add them all at the same time. Hey, it's good old red shirt. True. Mixed numbers dot push is not a function. Is that the Fists himself? It's true. Fee's been streaming a lot lately. I guess we all have. Fee and Coding Vibe and me, we're killing it over here. Team stream 3-star. That's us. Something's wrong, but I'm going to figure it out in a second. Yeah, let's get this bread, right? The stream grind. Okay, so... let's see. That's spelled the same. But I think I feel like I'm missing a line. Like let something equal something. Yeah. Crab. Regular, degular. I'm getting a wee hint. Just a wee one. Just like the example, do the things. Yeah, I know. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's not actually, I do R instead of mixed numbers. I could have tried that before getting a hint. Might be. I just didn't trust myself. Okay, remove items from an array with pop and shift. Okay, we've done this before too. So pop removes an element from the end, shift removes it from the beginning. The key difference is that neither takes parameters and only allows it to be modified by a single element at a time. Okay. The hardest part of this is like remembering which word goes with what thing, because like pop and shift is not what I would call it, but I guess it's like push, pop, shift, unshift. But yeah, that doesn't, my brain doesn't immediately know what that means, you know? I think about this all the time. Like, to people who code, who don't speak English as a first language, is it harder for them to remember stuff like this, or is it easier because they don't have a, you know, associated language with it already? It's hard to know. Let greetings equals what's up, hello, see ya. Greetings pop. Pop takes off the end, so it would be what's up, hello. Shift takes off the beginning, so it would just be hello. We can also return the value of the removed element like this. Let popped equals greetings.pop. Greetings would have the value empty array and popped would have the value hello. We have defined a function, pop shift, which takes an array as an argument and returns a new array. Modify the function using pop and shift to remove the first and last elements of the argument array and assign their removed elements to the corresponding values. Okay. Popped equals r.pop, I believe. And then shifted equals r.shift. Hey, we did it. We're so smart. And now splice. Remove items using splice. So now we've learned how to remove elements from the beginning and end, and now somewhere in the middle, that's splice. Splice allows us to do that, remove any number of consecutive elements from anywhere in an array. Splice can take up to 3 parameters, but for now we'll just focus on the first 2. The first 2 parameters are integers, which represent indexes or positions of items in the array that splice is being called upon. And remember, arrays are 0 indexed. They're going to tell me this every time because everyone, including myself, is still going to mess it up. Arrays are 0 indexed. So to indicate the first element, you use 0. We were in Germany last year for work, and the elevators, like a lot of the buildings are 0 indexed. So the first floor, the ground floor, is actually labeled 0 instead of 1. It felt very programmery to me. Blah, blah, blah. Splice's first parameter represents the index on the array from which to begin removing elements, while the second parameter indicates the number of elements to delete. For example, let array equals today was not so great. Rip. And then if we do splice, we remove 2 elements beginning with the third element. Today was great. Cute. I like that half this lesson is let's formalize all the debugging you did in the beginner JavaScript class. Yeah, that was the debugging part, and now this is data structures, which is still honestly the same. It's like, I mean, they taught me this stuff, but now I guess they're teaching it to me more. I don't know, man. I can't tell if I'm a fan or not of this part, because like, I don't know. I guess some of this I would need to already know other concepts before I could get to this bit and like understand it to the level I do. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not an instructor. I'm but a humble student. Oh my God, Taryn, hello. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you for popping by. It's so nice to see you. Yeah, I also do not code. Don't worry. We're learning here. It's a learning experience. This is a place for all. We're just hanging out, and plenty of people in the chat do not code. So don't even worry about it. There's a couple people that code, and they're the reason I'm getting through this class. I have a splinter in my finger and it's very distracting. Sorry. How did you get in there? I don't touch stuff. I don't touch wood. I do not do hard labor. But it's okay. It's almost break time anyway, and we're going to do Pomo Farm, which is like a farming sim Pomodoro game. That's why I'm really here, is to do Pomo Farm. Yeah, Fee doesn't know how to code. I know a little more than Fee. If Fee doesn't know in the slightest, I know the slightest. It's just so weird that they like taught me this and then they're like, let's teach you again. So the thing is, I've actually taken a Python class too. at least like very, very beginner stuff. And I found Python to be easier to understand in terms of like, it feels more like readable. Like if you know English, it's easier to read the code. Whereas like JavaScript feels a little more abstract to me. Like Splice is not a good example, but we just did something called pop and push. And how am I supposed to remember what those things are supposed to mean, kind of thing? You know? I find Python, I really liked Python. I want to get back to Python, and I will, but I have to get through this so that I know data structure stuff. And also JavaScript seems useful. So all I know is that this sounds like pirate talk. Yeah, the arrays. The arrays are all pirates. Yar. Let's take a look at the farm. Da farm. Pick all the thing. Oh, just one thing. Oh, tell me your good analogies for pop and push. The people need to know. I think we only have 1 week left in spring. Yeah, 1 week left. So let's buy. I think we can only buy a turnip. I think we can buy 1 turnip. It just doesn't feel like I'm making that much money this time around, y'all. Yes, tell me about popping and pushing. I do think of the Anamanaguchi song, "Pop It Like You Really Should." Up on your mind, feeling pretty good. Oh, also, I didn't say hi to you, Alvy Doodle. Thank you for popping by. Popping by. Everything's pop right now. Oh, speaking of, no one was thinking of this except me. But I've been talking about, like, I want fun channel point redemptions, and one I was thinking of is something like stop everything and do a coding war challenge. Is that a fun thing? Should I make it like a high point redemption? It's a stack, like a stack of pancakes, so you can pop the last pancake off and you can push another pancake on, and now that's the last one. I get it. I get what you're saying. And I love it. But it's also very funny because you're like, yeah, obviously you just pop the pancake off and you push a pancake on top. Like, that's the language we use for that. Maybe that'll help though. Here, should I draw a pancake in my notes? My last notes are all regex stuff. Haven't taken any notes today. But I think I have some notes on pushing and stuff. Pushing and popping. Pop it like you really should. Up on your mind, feeling pretty good. I actually don't. So let's get that going. Why not? Why not take some little notes? So we have. I'll actually go back in my. Go back in here and go back a couple times to get these. So we've got push. We've got pop. We've got unshift. And we have shift. Pop it, bop it, twist it like Twister. Stacks are a very low-level data structure, so it makes sense that the JavaScript devs would add those 2 operations to arrays so that they can behave like stacks. What's an example of a stack? Like, I'm guessing it's from a different coding related thing. And then when they made JavaScript, they were like, yeah, this is the data structure we're going to use. But like, what mean? Okay, I'm drawing pancakes right now. Very good at art, so. I have a tattoo of pancakes, so I should be good at this because I look at it, fairly frequently. Okay, so have you ever played Magic or D&D or another card game? Oh, I do. I don't think this counts. I'm not like a physical card game, mostly because I just know if I get into Magic or whatever, I'm gonna get really into it. Although it might happen. I'm open to it, but I'm not like encouraging it. I do have some Magic cards though that like were like a limited thing. I think it was like a Pride collection that Liz got me. But right now I'm playing Marvel Snap, which is like a phone game that's a deck building game, and I'm actually really enjoying it. But it's not like physical cards. Stacks and heaps. Okay, so you can pop the last pancake off. They want to see you pop off. And then you push another one on. Pop off, push on. Pop off, push on. Is that anything? And then shift is shift remove? Shift removes an element. And unshift adds an element. Okay, this is a very I'm gonna add some. Oh no, my yellow highlighter is downstairs, so I can't even make it colors. My yellow highlighter is downstairs because my baby was in this room and decided that the highlighters were now his property. Just bear with me on these pancakes, y'all. Here. This is my stack. That's the butter. Pop off, push on, unshift, shift. I feel like that's something. I feel like that might help. Beautiful. Just art. Look, my other notes are prettier. As I go to find something that looks better. Well, look at this one. Look at these object notes. I put stickers on it and everything. Oh gosh, okay. Justice for Highlighter Baby. You're so right, and you should say it. I love Highlighter Baby. No, he's great. He can have all the highlighters he wants, but they are downstairs. Okay. Stacks are the order abilities happen. So if you punch a guy but cast something else which has to go first, then something else happens. There has to be a specific order for things to happen. The stack is the order used to determine which thing happens first, as well as a record of which things started happening. Okay. I feel like that makes sense to me. Stacks are also useful in doing stuff like parentheses matching. You push a parentheses into the stack and you pop it off when you see another one. If your stack is empty at the end, you have matched parentheses. If it's not empty, you have too many. And if you tried to pop an empty stack, you have too many. Pop an empty stack. What a sentence. What a sentence. Here, let me start up the Pomodoro timer again. I did water everything, right? Right. Okay, good. Okay, I think that helps, but we'll see if I reference this little pancake drawing and if that helps me. And then splice takes out the middle. That one's easiest for me to remember, I think. That one makes most sense. Just like, not verbally. What am I trying? I guess verbally, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it takes 3 parameters. So here we remove 2 elements beginning with the third at index 2. And then here it's taking away 3 elements starting at index 2. Wait, it's taking away 2 elements starting at index 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Really happy. Okay. We've initialized an array using R. Use splice to remove elements from R so that it only contains elements that sum to the value of 10. Oh, come on. Don't make me do math. Hey, y'all. No. R.splice. Not a math puzzle. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dang, I was hoping if I went to the tests, it would be like, only include these numbers. Have a good intense code read. Good luck with that. This is my intense code read, having to do any amount of math. Okay, I think it's this, right? Because 5 plus 5 is 10. So what I want to do is I want to splice the three things. This is the first one? First two parameters are indexes. So the first parameter is the index. The second is the number of elements. Oh, wait, that's not it. Hold, we're gonna figure it out. Oh, it's not 3, it's 2. No, wait, what am I doing? It's these 3. So the index is actually 1. Oh, I'm doing the opposite. I'm trying to remove things that add up to 10 when I should be trying to remove things so the rest adds up to 10. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't like this. Oh no, basic math, my #1 enemy. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess I could do 2 splices, but there's got to be a simpler way to do this. Thank you so much for popping by. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday. Have a good rest of your day. And thank you for the good luck with mathing. I will clearly need it. I'm gonna get a hint. Think about which group of consecutive elements you can remove so the only ones left sum to 10. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like it should be this middle bit, but I'm getting 9 when I'm adding it. One, 2, 3, 4. Right? Because like what I'm having trouble with is that these numbers are big in the middle, but I'm trying to get this 1. But if I shift it over, well, let me see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But then there's a 2. 2, 3, 5. Why can't this should not be that hard. One, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 1, 2. Okay. I just can't do math, okay? We're not going to talk about that. That did not happen. No one saw. Add elements using splice. It's embarrassing. Look, nobody saw that. I cheated. It's okay. Oh, lordy. Remember in the last challenge, we mentioned that splice can take up to 3 parameters. Well, the third parameter you can use is comprised of 1 or more elements to add to the array. This can be useful for switching out an element or set of elements for another. So in this, we remove the second occurrence of 12. We add 13 and 14 at the same index. So now it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This would have been helpful in the last one where I was just struggling. So here we begin with an array of numbers. Then we pass the following to splice. First is the index at which to begin deleting elements, the number to be deleted, and the remaining arguments to be added. Note that there can be any number of elements separated by commas following amount to delete, each of which gets inserted. We have defined a function, HTML_colorNames, which takes an array of HTML colors as an argument. Modify the function using splice to remove the first 2 elements of the array and add dark salmon and blanched almond in their respective places. So we're going to do some splicing. r.splice. We're going to remove the first 2 elements. So it starts with 0, removing 2 elements, and we're adding dark salmon, blanched almond. Is that it? We did it! Hey! Copy array items using slice. The next method is slice. So we had splice and now we have slice. Spice up your life. Slice. Slice and dice. So rather than modifying an array, slice copies or extracts a given number of elements to a new array, leaving the array it is called upon untouched. It only takes 2 parameters. The first is the index at which to begin extraction. The second is the index at which to stop extraction. Extraction will occur up to, but not including, the element at this index. Consider this. Let weather conditions equal... Gosh, excuse me. These allergies are killing me, my friends. Let's see. Weather conditions equals rain, snow, sleet, hail, clear. Slice 1 to 3, so that should be snow, sleet, hail. So then it would be today's weather is snow and sleet. I'm trying not to. I had to end stream early on Wednesday because my throat was just killing me. I've been sick for, pretty much like a month solid, but the last couple weeks has been allergies, which is really annoying. Like I went into urgent care and I was like, help me. And they were like, it's probably allergies. And I was like, no. And it was, for better or worse. Yeah, we had RSV and then we got strep and then I was murdered by allergies. So it's been a rough month for us in the Moresites household. Okay, so it does not include the element at the stop point. Yeah, luckily they did swab me for everything just because, like, if I have COVID and stuff, I need to know that. Since we have a baby in daycare, I don't want him to, like, expose everyone else and whatnot. But, yeah, it was pretty much like, well, and they also gave me a prednisone because my sinuses were really inflamed. I don't know if that's actually helped or not. I Googled it and Google was like, So we've created a new array by extracting elements from an existing array. We've defined a function forecast that takes an array as an argument, modify the function using slice to extract information, and return a new array that contains the string elements warm and sunny. Okay. Let sunny. So that's the second index. And we do 3 things. Let forecast equal r.slice. Is that right? No. I wish it would tell me what it returned. So let's try this again. The first is the index by which to begin extraction. We're trying to get to warm. That is the 0, 1, 2th index. We also want sunny. That's 2 elements. But we do 3 because it does 1 more than it actually takes. I think it's something about this line. I feel like it's gonna be, I mean, it feels messed up to me that this is down here because that's the full array and I'm trying to slice out of that up here, right? That feels wrong. Can I do return r.slice 2, 3? I think that might be it actually. Okay. It only returned warm. Wait, okay, so why is it 2, 4? Oh, the second one is the index to stop extraction, not the number total. Okay. Okay, all right, cool, we did it. Yeah, so that's like, okay, one of the things I want to do is maybe the coding war challenge, like stop everything, go do a coding war challenge thing. And then the other channel point redemption is like some kind of celebratory thing that we can do when I get something right. But I'm taking suggestions. Maybe we could do like some kind of exciting GIF or sound or something that you can redeem. I don't know. Where did my pen go? I just had it. I dropped it. Yeah, dance party. I guess I could make like some kind of sounds. Virtual hang sesh. That's like it's hard to do while I'm streaming. Although I've seen folks do that, where they'll have like an open Discord while they're working on stuff. Like, come on over. I think I'm too distractible for that at the moment. Maybe one day though. Oh, yeah. That may be fun. Maybe we can I could also do words with friends or words on stream as a redemption instead of just doing it whenever we hit the long break. I've seen some folks do like Wordle as the redemption. Open office hours. Make the sound when you succeed, the sound that Lil Uzi makes when he receives a Rob Zombie poster. I don't know this reference at all, but okay. Okay, so now we're doing spread. It is cool. I think our next Pomodoro break is our long break. We'll do it then. But it's basically, you know, a little word guessing game that we can all play in the chat. Okay. Slice allows us to be selective about what elements to copy. And ES6's new spread operator allows us to easily copy all of an array's elements in order with a simple and highly readable syntax. It simply looks like this, ... That's wild. Okay. In practice, we can use the spread operator to copy an array like so. Let this array equals all this. Let that array equals ... this array. Wild. Yeah, you can. You can, most of the time, Fee, you're welcome to post a link as long as it's not highly inappropriate. And if it is, please don't. Oh gosh. Okay, I love that this is an 18-second clip.
For you, little Uzi, a Rob Zombie poster. Very impressive.
Very impressive. That's what I want. I want the very impressive part of that. That's so funny. Here's your Rob Zombie poster. We've defined a function copy machine which takes R, an array, and num, a number, as arguments. The function is supposed to return a new array made of num copies of R. We've done most of the work for you, but it doesn't work quite right yet. Same. Modify the function using the spread syntax so that it works correctly. Hint, another method we have already covered might come in handy here. It's very funny. So I actually learned the other day, so there's a drag queen on Drag Race who's always going like, oh my God. And I always just thought it was like silly little catchphrase that she made up. And it turns out that's like an old Vine. And now that's just been stuck in my head. Oh my God. Maybe that can be a sound effect on the stream. Okay, let's see. Oh shit. The function is supposed to return a new array made up of num copies of R. If I had a catchphrase, it would probably get styled on or get mastodon. Oh, fee. If I had a catchphrase, it would be just, I don't know, scared breathing like a bunny. R num, let new R empty array while num is greater than 1. The copy machine function should use the spread operator with array R. So it'll look like that. Num copies of R. Another method we've already covered might come in handy here. Okay, so we have Right now it's returning the same thing, but it should return it twice. Can I just do times num? No. Another method we've already covered might come in handy here. Which one? I don't know how to make it happen number of times. What thing have we already covered? They want to see you pop off. You know, I am in business. Come on, give them just what they want. They want to see you work, 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 work. All right, I'm getting a hint. No one look. The final hint in the example tells you to use a recently learned method. Wow, thank you. The new code above will copy all the elements into new R, but will also reinitialize it with each new iteration. A new variable should first be initialized using the spread operator. Let obj equal that. Okay. Then this variable should be added to the new R for every iteration of the loop. No, be excited. I'm glad you're excited. Whoa. I want to figure this out and then we can do our break. I think I'm mixed up because it's loops again and I haven't done loops in a little bit. Let me look at my loopy notes. So this is a while loop. Maybe like r dot push. That? No. I think we're getting closer at least. My thinking is like when we're looping here, for each number, add the array. Oh, it's even simpler than that. New r dot push. Okay, interesting. So we just mashed them all up. Cool. I'll take it. All right, break time. Now we're in summer. We're in summer. We got some peas. We have 8 snails, which is not enough for anything. It sure isn't. Well, we can unlock a cactus, but it costs so much that I don't even feel like it's worth it right now. Let's buy some stuff to plant. 5 weeks. 3 weeks. Let's do peppers and a radish. Boop. Do y'all want to play some... Yeah, you're back in time for farming. Do y'all want to play some words on the stream? You think we got enough folks? Just me and coding vibe against the world. Yeah, let's do it. Give me a second, I'll start it up. 'Cause I'll start it up. Oh yeah. Oh, it would help if I could read what the letters are. Yeah. Yep, I did the same thing. I keep wanting to be like Dyer, but there's no E. Oh God, we're gonna fail. Yeah, nice. Just barely. That was a surprisingly tough one for level 1, honestly. Good job, team. Don't look at the 1 star. Don't look at the 1 star. Oh, district. That's a good word. Ooh, corporal. Vorpal. Lava. Palavor. Maybe Valor? No. Plop? Is plop a word? LARP. Plop. Rappa. Lappa. Don't pay no mind to the Pomo Farm timer. Parvo? Like the dog virus? Rip. I don't think we did it. I don't think my guess of Lappy was anything. Good job, team. Let's get some hydration. And we will get back to it. Pomo Farm, go. Hey, I'm always down to give it a go because I love a good word game, even if we do really bad. All right, combine arrays with the spread operator. If I must. Another huge advantage of the spread operator is the ability to combine arrays or to insert all the elements of one array into another at any index. With more traditional syntaxes, we can concatenate, arrays, but this only allows us to combine arrays at the end of one and at the start of another. Spread makes the following operation extremely simple. Let this array equals sage, rosemary, parsley, thyme. Let that array equals basil, cilantro, this whole array, coriander. So then it would be basil, cilantro, sage, rosemary, parsley, thyme, coriander. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Using spread syntax, we have just achieved an operation that would have been more complex and more verbose had we used traditional methods. We have defined a function spread out that returns the variable sentence. Modify the function using the spread operator so that it returns the array. Learning to code is fun. That's... Is it just me, or is that, are they trying to influence me a little bit here? Okay. Learning ... fragment is fun. Oh, no, I went back. Rip. Gotta do it again. Learning ... fragment is fun. Learning to code is fun. That's what I heard. Okay. Check for the presence of an element with index of. Since arrays can be changed or mutated at any time. Yeah, booyah. Did you see Fee's suggestion for the sound we should play when I do something, like, you know, I accomplish something? It's, he posted a video, but it's, what was it? The sound Lil Uzi makes when he receives a Rob Zombie poster. There's no guarantee about where a particular piece of data will be on a given array, or if that element even still exists. Luckily, JavaScript provides us with another built-in method, indexOf, that allows us to quickly and easily check for the presence of an element on an array. IndexOf takes an element as a parameter, and when called, it returns the position or index -1, or -1 if it doesn't exist. So, for example, index of dates returns -1 because it's not on the array. Index of oranges returns 0, 1, 2 because this is a second. Pairs is first, which is on there twice, but it returns the first element at which it exists. Excuse me. Oh gosh. Thank you guys for bearing with me while I'm dying of allergies over here. Oh man, I'm just made of allergies. It can be really useful for checking the presence of an element on an array. We've defined a function, quick check, that takes an array and an element as arguments. Modify the function using index of so that it returns true if it exists and false if it does not. Okay. Quick check dot index of I feel like what I want to do here is use a bunch of if-else statements, but I don't know if that's right. It always feels like the complicated way to do things. Because my thought here is like, what we want to do is say, if it's -1, then return false, else return true. It's medium. I'll end early if I have to. It was doing okay until like just now where it decided to freak out a little. Although if you're offering to bring me a tea, I wouldn't say no. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking, is there's got to be a way to do it in one line. So my next thought is, I believe it's out, but it might be right out on the top of the tea cabinet, but it's the Serenity Now, please. With a little bit of sugar, no milk. Thanks. All streamers should come with stream partners that support you in your journey. Exactly. VIP. Okay, so actually I'm going to look up another documentation on this function to see if it automatically returns true or false, or if I need to make that a thing. We're like, what, Viti? VT? Vidi? That's a drink? Okay, I've never heard of this. But I do like that the Civ 6 wiki comes up. Tea and Civ 6. Gosh, sorry. Oh, I get you. Very important tea. That's right. Okay, so ooh, what are you having for lunch? I hope it's something exciting. Ooh. That's very sweet of you. All right, I'm gonna look at their hints. No, give me a hint. Don't just show me the solution. Well, what I'm trying to figure out is so right now it's going to return either the position or -1, right? But I want it to return true or false. And I'm trying to figure out the easiest and fastest way to do that. I'm Googling index of true false. You can just return what you'd put in an if else. Are you talking about, what's it called? I was going to say like, not arrow functions, but like the thing where you can suddenly make everything really short. I mean, if you wrote my variable greater than 0, you can just return my variable greater than 0 and it will return true or false. Oh, what? Like that? Okay, that didn't work completely, but let's look. That's wild. So onions is the first one. Oh, so that's because it has to be -1. That's wild. That's wild. I didn't know you could do that. I want to take notes on this, but I don't even know how I would describe it. Just like easier, like will return true false stuff without having to do an if else. That's wild. Yeah, I'll take a note. Why not? My var is greater than 0. Returns true or false. I don't know if they taught me that. Can I suggest a way to put it? Absolutely. If conditional, return true. Excuse me while I mess up everything. Else, return false. Can be simplified to man, that's so cool. I didn't know that. That's why I was like, there's got to be an easier way to do this. They're not going to make me write all these if-else statements all the time when this is like a common use case, right? And yes, my monitor is janky. I think I need to like tape some of this HDMI stuff together so that it won't come undone. You coming back? Hello? Monitor. Hello? You can return a question like whether a variable meets conditions instead of doing if else every time. You can return a question. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That's what I was trying to get to. I just didn't know how. And now I maybe know how. I'll take it. And my monitor is still not on. Oh, special delivery. Thank you. The Hand of Coding vibe maybe was on stream. If you blinked, you missed it. Got my tea. What a beautiful day. Yeah, this HDMI cable is getting loose, I guess. I keep bumping it and it's like, no. Yes. Claps in the chat for Coding Vibe. Now you can see it, but I can't. Oh, there it goes. Whoa. Freaking out on my side. Aw, Olivia. We've got the best kitties. It is good, thank you. It's a little hot, so I'll have to wait to really get in there, but I appreciate it. Why are we having technical difficulties on this stream? We should only have coding difficulties. There we go. All right. Y'all, we are 50% done with basic data structures. No, it's not. I mean, it's just the HDMI cable keeps getting loose on the connector. I think like literally I should just tape it together so that it doesn't have the opportunity to do that. Oh, this is so good. So good. Wait, let me show y'all. This is the tea I'm drinking. Same as Wednesday if you were here Wednesday. Serenity now. It's life is full of stressful surprises, but luckily for us, life is also full of tea. Relax and unwind with this soothing herbal infusion of calming lavender and rejuvenating spearmint. I promise you it's not spearmint tea. I'm not a big spearmint person. With serene strawberries, harmonious hibiscus, and restful rose hips, it's a one-way ticket to your happy place. Bring it on, life. We got this. And it says this tea is like a spa day in a cup. Wow. How lovely. I felt the dog. Oh yeah, he's hanging out on the couch. I don't need more tea. But sometimes you forget what tea you have and it feels like the only solution is to buy more tea. I don't know. Iterate through all an array's items using for loops. Oh, great. I was just thinking we haven't done enough with loops lately. Sometimes when working with arrays, it's very handy to be able to iterate through each item to find one or more elements that we might need, or to manipulate an array based on which items meet a certain set of criteria, okay? Dude, I know. I feel like what we're gonna end up doing is like, almost like, I want to do a garage sale, but I also just kind of want to do a free garage sale. Like we can set up a garage sale, and if people want to pay us for stuff, that's fine. And if they want to just take stuff, just take it, please God. And all of our friends and neighbors and stuff can just grab whatever, because we're gonna have so much stuff to get rid of before we move freaking cross country, which I'm half excited because, like, yeah, let's purge the shit. Let's, like, you know, new start, fresh start, get new stuff, whatever. Well, not like get new stuff, but like have less stuff. I want less stuff. You know, we've both lived in Texas our whole lives, so I feel like we have like a ton of like childhood things that maybe we don't want anymore or whatever, right? Like you just collect stuff when you live. So that'll be good, but it's gonna be a process of getting rid of stuff. Yeah, we're stuff accumulators. I think that's just very human, though. I don't feel like it's a personal failing or anything. But like I was going through the closet yesterday trying to find more hangers, and I was like, God, I got so much clothing in here that's like good quality but isn't for me in one way or another now. Yeah, I don't either. I hope we can get people who want the art, because when we were moving last time, I had this poster from Aisha Tyler that was signed, and it was really nice, and it had like this flocked velvet finish on it, and it was really cool. And luckily someone in my Buy Nothing group wanted it, because otherwise, like, what do you do with it? You can't even recycle it. And it just feels so wasteful. So I'm trying to accumulate less generally, but also, you know, like, keep in mind what you accumulate, because one day you're going to have to get rid of it probably. Or like, is this a thing you think you can keep forever? And art's really hard because, like, obviously I want to support artists. So I collect a lot of art. Yeah. I mean, you can always, I think some of our artist friends recommended, like, you know, those like flat portfolios that you use if you're an artist to store your work. We could do something like that if it's ever something you want to look at for like inspiration reasons. But if it's just like, some of it has just been sitting in our closet since we moved in, it's probably time to take it to pasture, you know? That's not a very vegan friendly metaphor. Okay. Also, this tea is definitely helping. Thank you so much. Coding Vibe coming in clutch. Okay. JavaScript offers several built-in methods that iterate over arrays in slightly different ways to achieve different results, such as every, for each, map, etc. However, the technique which is most flexible and offers us the greatest amount of control is a simple for loop. Yeah, I get that. I think I have, like, my parents keep, every time we stop by their house, I swear they like load us up of a box of my childhood stuff. And so I think I have like a portfolio of my art that I did through high school and middle school. And like, as cool as it is to look at it and be like, oh wow, I used to be kind of artistic, like I haven't done anything with it, right? So probably time to get rid of it. Even though at one point it was like stuff I worked really hard on and liked. I'm not showing it. I'm not displaying it anywhere, you know? Consider the following. Function greater than 10 r. Let new r equal blank array. For I equals 0, I is r dot length, I plus plus. If ri is greater than 10, new array push ri, return new r. Greater than 10, 2, 12, 8, 14, 80, 0, 1. Using a for loop, this function iterates through and it assesses each element of the array and subjects it to a simple test that we have created. In this way, we have easily and programmatically determined which data items are greater than 10 and returned a new array containing those items. You say easily and programmatically, but this would take me a long time to figure out. It's so easy, even a caveman could do it. We've defined a function, filtered array, okay, which takes R, a nested array, and lm as arguments and returns a new array. lm represents an element that may or may not be present on one or more of the arrays nested within R. Modify the function using a for loop to return a filtered version of the past array, such that any array nested within R containing lm has been removed. Okay, let's try this. So we know it's a for loop. And we'll do the same thing. I equals 0, I is greater than R. Oh no, break time. Oh, so sad. We were just getting into it. Oh no, now we have to stop. Oh darn. What are we gonna do? I guess we'll farm. Let's see. Yeah, we're only in the second week of spring. Look at this duck popsicle. Are you kidding? That's so freaking cute. This game is illegal. Also, did I say spring? I meant summer. It's so cute, right? Hot pepper. Tomato. Poppy. This is our long break, actually. But we just played words on stream. So there's that. What do y'all want to do with our long break, if anything? We can just chit and chat. Ooh, we got a package from FedEx. What could it be? Could be anything. Oh, I got Girl Scout cookies in the mail. That was exciting. Oh, it's our next Love Every box for the baby. The baby gets all the good things. Yeah, it's at the front door. Oh, that means that he's older. Stop. Our kid is 18 months now. Almost 19 months. Oh my God, no, he is 19 months. Wait, 18 months yesterday. Okay. No. Yes? I think he's 19 months. Because I think my half birthday was the 1st. So I think he's 19 months. Yeah. Ah, time. Time is slipping. And I know if you're not a parent, you're like, 18 months, 19 months, what's the difference? It's a difference. It's a difference. I know it's obnoxious, but it's true. There's a lot of differences in like the early weeks and early months. Like developmentally, things change really, really quickly. But I know it's annoying as a non-parent to be like, my 340-month-year-old or whatever. Oh yeah, so I asked on Twitter yesterday what editing software people are using these days, because I have a clip that I want to clip into Vertical, I guess, because it's funny, and I guess Vertical is the way that everything is now. So like if I want to do it on Instagram or a YouTube short or whatever, it has to be vertical. You can't do a non-vertical one. I don't know. I'm learning as we go. And mostly people are using Final Cut or Premiere Pro or DaVinci, which I think is free. Aww. Manny is such a funny term. Yeah, dude. Truly, I feel like even actively wanting a child and trying for a child and being pregnant, you still just don't get it until you're in the reality of it. Like I had several nibblings, but I hadn't lived with them during those early days. And the reality is just so different. Yeah, so I might try DaVinci, or I don't know. I don't really want to pay for stuff. And right now I don't have a job where they pay for, I could probably ask for a software license for something, but I'm not really, so maybe I'll try DaVinci first. But yeah, it's been really cool to watch all the development happen so quickly and just be there for it and the day to day. And also like you get such a different understanding of the difficulty of having a newborn. Like, how old is your nephew? Like still pretty young, right? Because I feel like it wasn't until like maybe 3 months that it started to feel somewhat rewarding, because the baby can smile at you and has a little more of a personality and is less of a blob. And it wasn't until like 6 to 9 months that I started feeling more like myself again. And I still feel like I'm getting back to like doing things I liked to do before the baby. So like it takes time. It's a huge adjustment. And I thought you always think you understand until you go through something and then you understand more, right? So I don't know. It's interesting. I always had like, a level of understanding for it, but going through it is different, but as always. That newborn stage was really tough. I don't know. Part of me feels like, oh yeah, I could totally do this again. Like I could do the newborn thing and be better at it this time because we have knowledge and whatnot. And part of me is like, absolutely not. I'm never doing that again. Like if I could just have a baby that's born at like 9 months old level of development, I think we'd do a lot better. No, that's so good. 2 months is they're such sweet little blobs. Like they call it the 4th trimester, and it really is because so basically for human development, we could have either stayed in the womb longer like every other creature and thus been more capable when we were born, or we could have bigger brains. But we couldn't do both because you can't have the size of brain that we have if you were born any larger. Like we are physically at the limit that you can be born at, right? So you have to be born a little earlier. But that means that like we have this period postpartum where the baby is like in the 4th trimester is what they call it, because they're basically doing all the stuff they would do in utero, but outside. Whereas like if you look at other animals, they're like already doing instinctual stuff, and our babies are like super defenseless and can't do very much on their own. So it's such a sweet time because all they want to do is snuggle and love you and eat and, just basic needs. Like the list of things that is wrong is pretty short. Do I need to change you? Do you need to eat? Do you need to sleep? You're still upset? I'll try that again, But like I said, they don't start smiling till 3 or 4 months old. And that's really when I was like, oh, I'm building a relationship with you. I'm not just cuddling you. You're not just like a creature. You're a human. That's wild. And it's only gotten better and better. So it's such I don't know. Babies are great. I am so emotional about babies. I was watching, Instagram decided to show me these videos of this deaf baby learning how to sign last night. And I was like, oh, I love babies. So that's just my life now, is just thinking about babies and crying a little bit. Yeah, I really, thinking about the video editing stuff. I never really liked editing video, but I also like having video content. Like I've been really missing YouTube. I think this is why people do TikTok, is because you can do YouTube type content but in short form, and you don't have to have like really good editing. But like the times when I was doing YouTube and like vlogging and stuff, I have such a bad memory that it's really nice to be able to look back on that. I don't know what I would vlog these days because I work from home and don't travel very much, and like I feel like I don't live a super exciting life, and obviously we don't show the kid or his name or anything online, so that's another challenge as well. And so maybe something like TikTok is more suited for it, but I find myself craving like sort of creating that lifestyle video content again, and I'm like, okay, what's the way, and how can I do it with the least amount of editing, because Lord knows I'm lazy. God bless the people that like editing stuff. Couldn't be me. Like Coding Vibe and Feeberg, they've got their podcast, and they have this editor that's been doing these TikTok type like clips for them. And oh man, it's been so cool to see what that editor is able to do so quickly. Like I feel like it would take me so long to do every single clip, and it feels like they do it really quickly. Yeah, you've been doing a lot. Feber content creation machine. Also, it's really inspiring to me to see how like many views your YouTube shorts are getting. It's kind of wild. Like, do y'all feel like it's wild, or is it just me? Go get his podcast. Yeah, so like, I'll show you. This is their podcast. And they have all these shorts. And like, look, this one has 2.3k views. Like, I don't know. You never know what's going to go. No, it's wild. Like, look at this. Like, okay, the kale one has 30 views. Why? Nobody knows. It's wild. And then I know y'all have a TikTok. Oh, I guess it's not linked here, but I know you have a TikTok as well, and that one gets some like views sometimes. Yeah. Can I open TikTok on here? I don't think I'm logged in. Go getters. Yeah, like what the heck? 1,000 views? Just random people? Do they have any comments? No comments. Wild. I like that this was about you being sick and not having COVID, and it was like, learn the facts about COVID. Yeah, I feel like TikTok is better for discovery, is what I feel like I've been hearing, than other platforms right now, because there's so many like niches. The algorithm is better. They're less focused on like their advertising and stuff because they're a younger platform. Hi, Liz. Are you here to contradict me? But like, it does seem like people can blow up on TikTok much faster than other platforms these days, and that's interesting to me. But also I'm wondering, like, how does it count a view? Yeah, more likely to push to you, but like if you're already on the TikTok platform, you're more likely to see something. I manage our TikTok page. Not doing a great job. I think you're doing a great job. Yeah, like if you're on YouTube, you can say like, hey, tell me when this person has a new video. And that's not really a thing on TikTok as far as I know. But also, I feel like you'll hit new people. Were you here, Liz, just a minute ago when I was talking about wanting to do more video content, but not wanting to know where? Oh, very specifically for short form. Yeah, that makes sense. Which is just wild. Whoa, that's funny. Just going through all your old videos and leaving comments. They're like, I need to comment on every little thing. I need you to know you have a listener. All right. Yeah, I miss doing video content, but I don't know what that's going to look like for me moving forward. And also, I don't feel like I'm naturally good at TikTok, but... Well, the tweet is like mostly about, actually, I have a clip that I wanted to make into a short for YouTube, and you can only do that if you vertical it. And if you vertical it, you know, to make vertical to vertical. But everything has to be vertical now, which is weird for me as an old person. And so I was like, okay, what editing software do people even use today for that kind of thing? So yeah, that's what I mean though, is I think there's like, I know I can learn, I know people can learn, but I do think there are people who are more suited to it inherently. I'm going to be like super cringe until I get good at it kind of thing. I love that. I've spoken on a couple podcasts, and honestly, it's like whatever your niche is, you just got to find the people that talk about it. And I mean, it's the same with everything. It's networking, it's connecting with people. Most of the times I've talked on podcasts, it's been because like I've done something that's related to the podcast, right? Okay, that's what I thought, Fee. I figured it was more automated now because that's a thing that people want to do instead of an accident. But yeah, I figured there's also a phone app, but then I was like, should I just get real editing software? You see, I got hung up on stuff. We're going to figure it out though. Y'all, the content creation life. It's like I barely make anything and I'm still like, how do I do it? Well, that's the thing. I guess I haven't decided. Because really, I wanted this for my YouTube channel. Because, okay, so it's going to show you all my embarrassing things. So I have, this is my vlog or my VOD channel. Because I don't want to put them on my main channel, even though I don't use it. And so like, I have this 49 clip of me skinning the Furby that I wanted to add for reasons. And I was like, oh, well, it'll let me do it as a short, and it won't until I do it vertical. So I was like, okay, so if I ever have like a short clip, I should probably edit it to be vertical, because then it'll show it to people. Thank you, Fee. I appreciate you. I'll figure it out. It's going to be fine. Also, I love what is the thumbnails that it chose? Look at this one with Miles. It's like, hello. Also, this one looks like I'm saying aliens. You could also just add black bars. True. But the problem I was having is I don't have any software yet, so I needed something. Okay. Anyway, we're totally focused on programming. So what we're trying to do. Thank you. I'll figure it out. I'll probably ask in the Discord later, Fee, about like what you use and how it's going. I have more ideas for content than like actual time and energy to make it, so we'll see if it even ends up happening. But I wanted to the clip yesterday is the CICD's nuts one. I think it's really funny. Wondershare Filmora. Oh, is it free? I assume it's free. Okay, what were we doing? Oh, you pay for it? Okay. Oof. Man, software is expensive. It used to be $20 a month for the entire Adobe Creative Suite, but I think that has long since gone up. This is how dated I am. Is Fee, when Fee was asking like, oh, what video editing software is there? I was like, oh, there's this one called Windows Movie Maker that's free on PCs, and that has been dead for like 10 years. Is it still the student price? I'd be surprised if it hasn't gone up for students. Interesting. Yeah, we need we need the Procreate of video editing software. We need a disruptor. That's the Shark Tank pitch, actually. Okay, so what we're doing, we are trying to see. Modify the function using a for loop to return a filtered version of the past array such that any array nested within R containing lm has been removed. If R... what was the thing? I think it was like index of? Oh, we just learned this. We just learned how to shorten this. If it returns true. Oh, wow. That's surprising. Thanks, Adobe. Good guy, Adobe? No. $55 for the whole suite for normies. That's so much per month for, like, if you're not making money on it, you know, if it's just a hobby, which I think for a lot of folks it is, and even if you are making money on it, that's still a pretty significant amount. I mean, I don't know. I feel for the software people because I remember when I was in high school, like downloading a pirated version of Photoshop because it was so like they didn't have monthly pricing. And it was like, oh, it's thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars to buy Photoshop. So I'm just going to buy this cracked version or whatever, right? So I feel for everyone involved. It's like it's better than that, but also worse, right? Oh, for sure. Although one of our internet friends now works for Adobe, so I'm like, okay. I think we're gonna do a splice. Or a slice. Oh. That's smart. Is it like Canva or something? Oh, that's not bad. That's definitely more achievable. Oh, excuse me. I've got a lot of snot in my life right now. Let's see. What was I trying to do? Any array within R containing LM has been removed. Remove items using splice. Oh, PhotoP. Notion and Miro are my new SW software. Loves, though not relevant to current. I love Notion. I've used Miro for work. It is, it's actually pretty good. I've used similar, I think the other one I used was called Mural, which sounds very similar. But basically like post-it notes. We'll use it for team meetings and stuff, and I really like that. Okay, there's actually a tool I've been wanting to test out. Here it is. Not fantastic, Marvin. Amazing, Marvin, it says. Yeah, Notion is, yeah. But so what I like about this tool that my coworker uses and was telling me about is you can customize. So it's a to-do list app, but you can customize what type of workflow you like. So instead of it, like one thing I don't like about some of them is they have too many features and it gets overwhelming, and then you try to use all of them, but it's not how you actually work and whatever. But then some of them are too simple. Like I almost always go back to Todoist, which is very simple. But it doesn't have like some of the features that sometimes my brain is like, oh, I wish I could like block this on a calendar really easily. Like, oh, I already marked that this task is going to take this long. I wish I could put that on my calendar and time block and whatever. And so it looks cool. I like that it has all these different things that you can do. It has a Pomodoro counter, time blocking, like gamification, all these different things that you just basically can turn on what interests you. But I haven't jumped to trying it yet because it costs money, and also because I'm just one of those people that like I constantly have to change what stuff I do. So it's like, am I just going to be back to Todoist? Probably. Okay, so we're doing splice, not slice. Yeah, I'm with you, Liz. I think the thing is though, oh God, good luck with your Postman problem. The thing is, if they only focus on enterprise, the people that are telling their companies to use Notion are individuals that are into it on a personal level. That's my understanding. That's how I've seen it at every company that I've used it, and at other companies where they use it. So I feel like it's silly to focus on just the enterprise and ignore the individual when like the individual is how they have so much user base. I really feel like that's where it comes from. And then you see all the people in the secondary market that are making money on like Notion templates and things like that. I know somebody who was a YouTuber and content creator in another niche, switched over to doing exclusively Notion templates and things like that, and makes like over $1 million a year selling Notion templates. And like he has a whole team and stuff, so it's not like all his money, whatever. It's a legitimate business, but it's kind of wild. Like, oh, your business is built on this other tool, right? which I guess is like totally a thing for software, a lot of like consultants and stuff. But I just think it's interesting because they've really leaned into that side of it as well, as like encouraging the community to create these tools that are add-ons and paid things like that. I don't know. Yes, exactly. Notion cult. It's wild. It's wild. But like also I've seen his templates and they are very extensive and I can see the use for it. It's like if you just wanted to get started and you don't know how to set it up and it is like a pretty high learning curve, totally makes sense. Add in the fact that he's like a longtime creator and knows how to like sell people on stuff, and he's got a good YouTube video about Notion, like a whole channel about Notion stuff. Like it totally makes sense. Hello, Sultanas. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. We're talking about Notion instead of working on this filtered array problem. Yeah, Obsidian is... Oh, Notion is it's a note-taking tool. Is there anything on mine I can't show? No, I think it's fine. I won't show it. It's a note-taking app. It's kind of like, I describe it as like Evernote, but newer and fancier and better. Obsidian is just like... So Obsidian is like what I'd consider the, like more... I always describe this kind of stuff as like clearly built by a software engineer because it's not very visually appealing. Like it's fine. It's very basic. But what's cool about it is it connects all your stuff. So if you link to a page, it has this little mind map thing. So you can kind of see like, I've seen people's setups where like they do Bible study notes in their Obsidian, and then it has like this big section that's like, here's all my Bible study notes and how they link to like all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I've seen people with really cool setups, but I just don't find it as visually appealing, which is more of a me problem. But I actually reached out to someone who works at Obsidian because they have all these plugins, like hundreds of community built plugins that you can use for Notion or for Obsidian. And I was curious about how they set this up. So I'm like, hey, I'm also a community person for a community that does plugins. Do you want to chit chat? But they haven't reached back out, so probably not. I'm like, let's be friends. Tell me how you community manage. But I don't know. I might try it. I'm sure there's plugins to make it cuter. Okay, return a filtered version of the past array such that any array nested within R containing Elm has been removed. Cortex podcast. I haven't heard of it, but it sounds interesting. Is this, I don't think this is how you do a for loop. It's been a while since we've done a loop over here. Like, can you do for loop with if? I don't think so. Oh, good job, Coding Vibe. That's funny that Obsidian feels like old tech, which feels more trustworthy. I kind of get that. But like also like Evernote feels like old tech in a way that's not trustworthy to me. Like Evernote feels like it's dying. It's been dead. Yeah, that is absolutely true. This week, the event that some of my colleagues are going to is called Scale, Southern California Linux Expo, which I've been to before. And like, of all the open source events that I had been to in that role that I was in, that was the most like hacker bros on their Linux PC. Like I think I saw this on Twitter that someone was like, someone requested that they needed to use Linux at work because it's their religion. Like she cited it as a religious accommodation. It's like that kind of people. And I thought that was really funny. Yeah, I get you. It's all about that second brain. Okay, so we're working on it. This is so for this loop, if this exists, something about splicing, but I don't know how to splice for where it's located. I guess it would be the number that they give you. Like I'm trying to splice out the element. Any array nested with an R containing lm has been removed. So actually, I don't think I'm splicing. I might just be popping, like removing. We're looking at hints. Every element of the array must be then compared to the lm parameter. Which I did. Okay, but this is different. Okay. If it is -1, then return. If a match is not found, then new R have that entire subarray added. Okay, so it is an if statement. I can put an if statement. So that's something. For this, if the array contains lm, it is a sneaky Pomo farm. Pomo farm in the corner. That's what we're doing during breaks too. I make it bigger. Liz actually in the chat. Liz in the chat made me some new stream assets, and I need to set up a new view so you can actually see Pomo farm a little bigger because it's so cute. It's so cute. Everyone's got to see it. So if the array contains element, if the array does not contain the element, return new array dot push. Is this not what I wrote? New r.push. I did return. Is that the... Oh. I wrote return when you didn't need to. New. Create complex multidimensional arrays. Awesome. You just learned a ton about arrays. Thank you. Thank you. This has been a fairly high-level overview, and there's plenty more to learn about working with arrays, much of which you will see in later sections. But before moving on to objects, let's take one more look. Thank you. Look, arrays and objects, not my strong suit. So anytime I get them right and like mostly get it right on my own, I feel pretty good about it. Let's take one more look and see how arrays can become a bit more complex than what we've seen in previous challenges. One of the most powerful features when thinking of arrays as data structures is that arrays can contain or even be completely made up of other arrays. We have seen arrays that contain arrays in previous challenges, but fairly simple ones. However, arrays can contain an infinite depth of arrays that can contain other arrays, each with their own arbitrary levels of depth and so on. In this way, an array can very quickly become a very complex data structure known as a multi-dimensional or nested array. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Look at this. Why would anybody do this? Y'all. Why would they do this to me? It seems like there's got to be a better way for this. The deepest ist is 5 levels deep. While this example may seem convoluted, yeah, you think? This level of complexity is not unheard of or even unusual when dealing with large amounts of data. Yeah, the brackets alone, like y'all, if you've been here, you've seen me mess up matching brackets all over the place. I would not know. However, we can still very easily access the deepest levels of an array in this complex with bracket notation. Console.log nested array 210000. This logs the string deepestest. Pretty sure an error like that would get caught in an editor made for JavaScript, so I consider that a win. I mean, we could hope. And now that we know where that piece of data is, we can reset it if we need to. Okay. I think this is actually going to be fairly simple because it's a bracket notation, even though it looks like hell. So let's do this real quick before we take our break. My nested array set equal to an array. Modify my nested array using any combination of strings, numbers, and booleans for data elements so that it has exactly 5 levels of depth. Remember, the outermost array is level 1. Somewhere on the 3rd level include the string deep. On the 4th level, include the string deeper. On the 5th, deepest. Jesus, okay. So this is 1 level. I think that's 2. Y'all, I hate this. Oh man, okay. So that's the 3rd one. So I'm going to include the string deep. What is it? Deeper? Deep. On the 4th level. 2, 3. 4. Deeper. 1, 2, 3. 4. And deepest. Okay, we hit an unexpected token. What did I do? Is it because I didn't... Is that better? No. Why is it pointing to depth? Oh, am I missing a comma? No. Okay, where do the commas go? After the first one, after the second one, after the third one. Oh, okay, we need more nesting. Maybe. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Okay, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but then it's only 1 because this one's going deeper. Y'all, this sucks. Okay. And then this one's going deeper. Genuinely, I think I'm lost here. What is this? Oh. No. Okay, well, we have the correct number of brackets and we don't have 5 levels of depth, so let's work on that. Remember when I said this would be easy? Joke's on me. That's okay. Well, I thought the question they were going to ask was easier than the question that they decided to ask. It's fine. It's fine. We got this. We're going to do it together. Okay, so this is the first level. This is the second. And on the second one, we do not need anything. Then this is the third. 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth. I think this might actually be one. Can I do it like that? No. Is this a valuable life skill? Okay, you know what? We're going to copy their example code. Because they have too many things in here, and I think that's confusing. Okay, so they have 5 levels as well. The third one needs the string deep. I'm changing these to dapper. Deep. Dapper. And then Oh, I see. I was counting wrong. So this one's 2. This one's 3. So that's deep. And then this one's 4. And on 4 we need deeper. And on 5 we need deepest. Haha! Woo! Nailed it. Very smart. Very good. Let's look at some Pomo Farm. Not a very exciting time. We have many weeks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Snailed it. We have 6 weeks. We have 37 monies. Let's buy some things. Yeah, let's buy a tomato. Why not? Plant some things. Oh, man. Thanks, y'all, for sticking with me. While I'm just staring at just brackets. Just brackets. I am going to have to wrap up pretty soon here because I'm going to meet a friend for a very late lunch. It's okay. We both have ADHD. So we can eat whenever. But let me see who else is on right now. I feel like there's probably someone good to send y'all to. But if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I feel like we're having a really good time on these Friday streams. But if you want to hang out doing some co-working on Wednesdays, we're also here on Wednesdays. It's true. It's true. Let's see. Gosh, lots of people. Pot is on. I don't know. Do y'all want like learning code or co-working? Semi-related. Oh my god, I was like, someone else is playing Pomo Farm. Y'all, it's me. I'm the one playing Pomo Farm in the category. Oh, maybe there's someone on the free code camp tag. Just me. I'm the only one. Well, I think let's read Pot because she's cute. She does co-working stuff. Excuse me. And has these like incredible emotes of pomodoros, which are like, you know, little tomatoes. Yeah, thanks y'all for stopping by today. Oh no, don't look at me. Thanks for stopping by. I deeply appreciate it. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it, actually. It makes me feel not alone. So please say hi to Pot. Tell her that we sent you. And have a good rest of your day. Have a good Friday. I'll see y'all next week. Oh yeah, I have a button for rating now. Those are some socials. You're right. I'm never alone. Even when I'm alone, I'm not alone. Yeah, I have a button for rating. I need to fancy it up a little bit more. But yeah, I hope you have a great rest of the week and a good weekend. And I'll see you next week. And keep it cute. Bye.